What's the mighty good word, party folk? I'm your Mao High Priest, chilling up here at the top of the Venus hour on Venus's day. What's good? It is the 21st of March. Happy equinox, happy spring equinox, or happy fall equinox, wherever you are at. Thank you so much for being here and for your time, your attention, your dutiful dedication to your purpose. It seems more the fight, right? The fight is real, the struggle is real. Thank you so much. This is your last quarter moon in 2 degrees Capricorn. I will be acknowledging Linda Hill's Sabian Oracle for Capricorn 3, which is really brilliant and kind of acknowledges why the collective is picking up a lot of the Christ consciousness in regards to manifestation. So not fundamentalist religious doctrines, but more your doctrine, your conviction. What do you believe in? What are you obsessed about? What are you obsessed with? Wow. Okay. Is it pleasure? Is it pain? There seems to be a lot of destruction, and then the heart center, there's the total annihilator and disorder. Okay, from that comes creation, right? We have the starborn. So Venus and Pluto are, I call it's pinging. They're pinging each other. It's a ping. It's a sextile. It's just, this doesn't necessarily affect many, but because of the timing, the quality of time with the eclipses, and that ties into karma, both past life and current lifetime. So from childhood and from last week, last year, things like that, right? I want you to take what resonates, because we're all at a different point. And we're all different ages and sizes and colors and shapes, and it's beautiful. And you get to see me and judge me, which is fine. I'm used to it. Anyway, I'm ever so grateful as always. I don't want to forget to remind you of how much gratitude, how grateful I am about for our energetic exchange. And I just ask that our guides, my guides of the brilliant, brightest light, most divine light, connect to your protective guides. And we ask and we petition for protection as I download clear and divine messages for your cosmic evolution through this exalted space and time, wherever you would like to go, whatever timeline you're shifting into. This is your end of March, fast approaching last quarter moon. It is on the 22nd. We're digging into it, and then 7 days from the last quarter moon is the partial lunar eclipse at 9 degrees of Aries. These moons are all occurring early in the daytime. But yeah, we'll get to see it, because I'll get to see it because it's nighttime. If I wake up at like 5 a.m., I'll get to see the quarter moon. Anyway, what am I saying? So quickly, horoscope and Sabian Oracle. I'm reading, of course, for this wee dusty town, Denver, but it does fall in that archaic career zone, and because it is aligned with all the eclipses and the Venus retrograde and Venus's descent into the underworld, and your reading here does contain a lot of parts of the being in the underworld. So I know some of you are manifesting out of loss, struggle, and so it becomes really difficult, especially with love insight, and this could be the love of your life, meaning a work that you've been involved in, you've been working alongside divinity, and some of us are just coming to acknowledge our divine mirror self, and some of us are just now seeing our divine mirrored self, tending to it with things like shadow work and inner child healing, and also just general like declaration of your religion. What are you, again, what do you believe in? What, or are you just obsessed with it? Is the obsession part of the work, or are you called to produce and create through this obsession, tireless go. Maybe you have been working on something. We'll get there, but this is the next evolution, meaning the evolutionary step into creation. So now you've been tinkering, you've been thinking, you've been gloating, you've been daydreaming, you've been flirting with the idea of creating or creation, or even like creating a family through obviously pregnancy, through marriage, through partnership. You may be wanting to create a business. You may already have a business going and it's time to launch, or maybe the idea is written and it's time to execute, or maybe you have to meet yourself halfway by talking about these things, even to yourself, meditating on these thought vibrations. Are you creative? Are you used to being a animal? Are you too domesticated? Are you not domesticated enough? Guilty. Do you need boundaries? Guilty. Do you need limits? Guilty. Do you need do you need blinders on, like me? We have this like Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords edginess, and then we have the High Priestess, like all-knowing, wise, not doing much. Or maybe you're doing a lot. Or maybe here we are on YouTube, and you're finding folks telling you to think about it, talk about it, think of yourself in this brilliant spark of joy. See yourself in those joyous moments. See yourself working for what you are obsessed with in love, or envision yourself working to eliminate obsessions and addictions. So 8 of Cups, Saturn is here, and the moon is in a Saturnian Capricorn sign. What are you not necessarily stubborn about, but where do your convictions defy your creative spirit, so then create self-sabotage? What do you start and stop and quit? Where are you finding that you make the mistakes along the way? Thank you very much for being here, Pluto. Also acknowledging that you need some funding, or you need a mental break, as in a eureka, a smart, intelligent light bulb moment, or a serendipitous, synchronistic, divine time. The money lands, which I know were crazy to think that would happen, but more so because this is spiritual. Is it that you could envision roads opening, blocks being removed by you applying step-by-step methods and incremental changes, or incremental forward movement, slowly but surely. And it's fine to be slow at this time. Why rush? There's something about the Princess of Wands wanting attention. Are we shifting into this? Okay, wait, Sabian Oracle. I just want to read you the keywords. Okay, the image is the human soul, and its eagerness for new experiences seeks embodiment. Okay, Page of Wands, we get it. We see you, we hear you. You might not think we hear you, but before you go light the entire town on fire. Why don't you just relax and wait your turn? Or has it not been brought to your attention that it's been your turn and you were dilly-dallying? Collective, no matter your sign placement, please take only what resonates. We've got a lot of fiery attitudes. We've got Sun in Virgo. We've got the fall harvesters. We've got Leo attitudes. We've got Virgo workaholism. We've got Libra, the love of beauty. We've got Scorpio, the taker, the the reaper. Arr, you reap what you sow, right? I worked hard for this. Arr. Okay, we'll relax, everyone. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. My thing is that you guys watch the videos. I am working on my speech, funk, my lip service. In many ways, slowly but surely, I'll get there. Thank you for coming along. Hit the thumbs up. Watch the videos. I like that you watch the videos. It's a different threshold. Subscribe, stick around so that you watch the videos. I know I post a lot on, I won't post, and then I publish like 4 videos at once. So get ready for more of that this weekend. There are some deeper dives into the Venus, and I talk a lot about myself. So warning, I'm also working on that. Thank you for being here. I honor you. Hit thumbs up just to support me. Share this with other folks that you think may enjoy the message, that are going through this Kundalini rising activations and spiritual ascensions, and leaving certain groups, tribes, and entering new tribes. Folks that are figuring out what the hell a soul tribe is and what a collective is, and coming out of unconsciousness and looking past being awake. What do you do when you're awake? You know, we party. Well, so it's a time to celebrate, but it, like, the world is sort of in the S storm, right? I lovingly refer to it. We have card 47, the storm. Okay, wait, I didn't even read the Sabian Oracle. The keywords are inner motivation leading to expansion, Jesus and his disciples, being born quickly, being born again, manifesting one's desires without concern for consequences. Okay, and then going through a death moment and then being born again, right? So you understand the flux and influx, the flow. You win some, you lose some. You win a lot, you lose a lot. if it's giving a Sun in Virgo, 8 of Pentacles, feeling like a changed person, the need to drop into the body, religious and spiritual rebirth, reincarnation, the urge to create writers and writing. So that's what I mean by meeting yourself halfway, is like, how are you going to allude to yourself, your mirror self? Is your mirror self your old self, or are you your new self? Are you looking and talking to your new self? This could be figuratively in your meditation, visualization, imagination, or you could go to the mirror, I suppose. I don't know. Ask a professional. Maybe. I do this sometimes, like, go look at yourself in the mirror, and it's difficult. And through practice, then you come to talk to yourself in a loving, unconditionally loving, like, hey, get your ass together, or like, hey, today, don't worry about it. Just relax, sort of thing. Okay, the caution being denying the growth that's beckoning in favor of social responsibility. Not leaving when perhaps one should, having to seek permission to come through any new gateway, a loss of faith, being obsessed about an ideal or idea, feeling cast adrift for one's reality. So when you think about your new self, do you think about how it relates to the old self, and you're stuck or you're gonna fail? So that is not meeting yourself. That's not talking to yourself in this new manner. That's not applying faith or belief. That's maintaining an old conviction. And we want to convince you. We want to carry conviction to move you into possibly teasing out this rebirth moment. Okay, you have power, you have sacred power, the animal 19. Okay, this is sacral and sacred, divine, feminine, like ancient, primal, feminine. But we have the Princess of Wands, so you have the power to destroy. And right now, you're seeing maybe around you and maybe in your life too, things around you are in this fall apart moment, or you're very giving into a lot of anxiety, through a lot of pressure, through a lot of not being in a good vibe, in a good mood, in a good heart space, because your heart is at the mind, which is card 31. So it's like your heart, your mind wants to believe. Okay. So what blocks it? Too much of the outside, needing to drop in the storm, or needing to just allow it, see it for what it is, see it for the teachable moment, so that you bring this heart, this love to the mind, like, hey, we're done obsessing and thinking about the old ways, or thinking in old ways, right? How are we going to bring the mind to the heart? But it seems like you are bringing the mind to the heart, and it has caused total breakthrough. First comes breakdown, then breakthrough, right? In the rubble, in the mess, in the overwhelming feeling. Then after, crying, after grieving, grieving implies moving through it. So allowing crying to happen, allowing the emotions to come, and then working to move them through the body. So the animal is also lying low. So you could be lying low, or you could be tending to insecurity, or that there's resentment here. Like if you're vibing with the Page of Wands, like total you feisty fire, or like maybe you're in this mood. It seems like in the neighborhood you're ready to like throw down. you got ponytail pulled back and your tennis shoes on. It's on site. Who did we make mad? Who did we make mad? I'm just going down to the corner store, to the bodega for my burrito. Who wanna, okay. It'd be like that sometimes. More so like the other aspect of it, we have Mercury in Cancer, which the Mercury Cancer vibration is just that. It is the archetypes here describe this. Something about like thinking like easy bake oven, set it and forget it. But first you have to have it. That implies, again, there are a lot of implications. So is your obsession based on the belief and the faith that it'll work out no matter what? Or is your obsession, your passion, does it lie in a articulated, meticulous, hopefully not overwhelmingly difficult operation, just a sustainable method where it's sort of like you created it, right? You push the button and it starts and it produces something. So like an assembly line, but for your product, or a guarantee that once you get the ball rolling, you can press pause when you want to rest. But for the most part, you want to press start, you want to press play, you want to press go, and allow your product, allow your vision, allow your writing, allow your publishing, allow your creation to go. So not necessarily passive income, but generating like passive income. And maybe none of this is necessarily a part of your business, but these are aspects that you're aligning with the sun in Virgo. And it's like, that with the Three of Cups, now we know, right? Like we can't just frolic around and spend our first paycheck and then get into this mode of like, I'm going to spend every paycheck, or I'm going to spend my entire time working. I'm going to spend all my energy to produce. Where work is a medium, where is a medium between that? Where is the center? And that requires input, a new formula, a new equation, a new mathematical method or a method. I don't know why. It's like bringing creation into consciousness means like, what is a formula? What is the operation from beginning to end? What do we call it? Well, there are many things, because if you're doing this on your own, it's very lean, right? And you have to be agile. I'm using industry terms and I want to not. So you have to wear many hats. We have the Starborn. The joy is in that this does feel like it's a first time, but it's the right time. It's actually the right time, and it's more like more so not strap in the boot. What do they call it? Or like, it's more like put your heart into it. Like, put your mind where your heart goes, and your heart where your mind goes, and falling in love with the process. So it's difference between system and the design thinking, right? Systems thinking is like holistic. Like, who are you going to contact when this goes wrong? Who are you going to contact when you need this product, or you need this ingredient, or you need there's a lot to say also about, like, think of the garden, or maybe the garden is a meditation. What is happening here? I don't know why it doesn't want to. Okay. So the recording is messing up and I'm not sure. Okay. The Pisces message got so messed up and I don't like it. We are in the midst of the retrograde, Mercury and Venus retrograde. So, of course, and in the Pisces video, it weirdly, the sound of my voice, and because they're two different tracks, right, when I'm editing them, and I never really fuss with anything except like try to put a vignette and like colorize so that it's not a pale version of the video, but captures real light sort of thing. There's a orb in there, and this place is so dusty, and so I try not to record during the time when it captures all the dust. But that was a crazy orb in the Pisces video, and then it's sort of like my voice, the voice track, and the video all start to align, but it's still so messy, and it like chills me out. It like brings the chills. Anyway, we have the Hierophant, which is like it's that part, putting the money where the mouth is. Like, is the plan actually feasible? Would you actually do it? Would it be like an assembly line where if something jams or stops, who are you going to call to fix it? Are you going to quit at that moment? Are you going to give up just because you fall flat on the first try? Is it frustrating? Do you need to cry and then get up? Is it frustrating that no one knows how hard you've tried already? We need to talk to somebody that can reflect back to us that this is part of the setting up the proper systems, right? Beyond just the looks, beyond the aesthetics. So beyond the Knight of Swords means, or Knight of Wands means, and Knight of Swords, like not so abrupt and not so quick and fast. And then also not immature, not childish, not too much stormy weather, bringing the mind into the heart. So slowing down, being proud of your creation because it's real, even if it's starting small, even if people look at you or laugh at you funny. All of it is part of determining, am I just obsessed with an idea? Am I doing something as a reaction? Am I not applying the wisdom? All of a sudden, the owl and the freaking, I have the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit and Wild Unknown Tarot, and then next to the Wild Unknown Archetypes, right, with the Thoth Tarot, you have success, you have Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus, but you have this feisty feminine fire like Venus telling you there's more wisdom in actually stopping to think about why you drop out so fast, or why someone would make you angry, someone who walks in and has already looks good, no sweat, no tears. You're over here dying over your product, and it's failed. The iterations and the prototypes are just failures, and no one's paying attention, and no one cares, and no one knows how old you are and how much you've tried over the last few decades, and how you always give up, and how you always go back to work, and it's always about going back to like just fill in because you need a paycheck and that sort of thing. All of a sudden it's like, yo, here's opportunity. Quit listening to those gawkers, the stalkers, the disbelievers. This is when you turn disbelievers, when you turn your critics into your fans, okay? Or when haters become critics, as in they give good feedback. You're like, actually, I should work on that. Thank you. Don't forget to hit like. Or just not giving an F or not giving an S about how you look a little wild out there. Sexy wild, okay? Very animal, very primal of you, okay? To start so grassroots, to come out of like wild thinking, okay? Maybe it was just too wild of an idea, or maybe suddenly your imagination takes you to a breakthrough point in the mind because you have been resting in more so, how can this be real? How can my dream become real? How can I not limit myself? How can I limit my overdrive and overthinking? Where can I apply limits to build systems, not just for aesthetic and not just to design and create something beautiful, but to actually promote it and keep it going? And then when I face fears, it means new fears come in. And then even when I have too much, I should save. And even when I don't have any, I can use what I saved. And when people are talking smack because I look good and I'm celebrating, that doesn't mean stop celebrating and stop looking good. That means keep up the good work. What's the saying? Like, the haters means you've made it. Also, Andy Warhol. Any publicity is good publicity. Not really, right? But let's just read E.E. Cummings' quote. We do not believe in ourselves until someone reveals that deep inside us is something valuable, worth listening to, worthy of our trust, sacred to our touch. Once we believe in ourselves, we can risk curiosity, wonder, spontaneous delight, or any experience that reveals the human spirit. Gloria Evangelina Anzaldúa, the act of writing is the act of making soul alchemy. Immanuel Kant, the greatest human quest is to know what one must do in order to become a human being. Eight of Cups. Walk away from the BS. Who pisses you off when you're meant to be setting up a good way about you, a good rhythm, a good routine, a good health system, a good mental outlook, a good mental clarity, building. Some of you are already doing all of this anyway, and you're realizing that A lot of the things you thought you loved, you don't actually love. Okay, now the message flips, right? So the Hierophant is here telling you that God is on your side, the universe is on your side. The universe knows that you may not see trouble in these waters, but that's what Pisces is about, and that's what Aries is about. Aries is being, no matter if you are in a disbelief, unfaithful state, Aries will just grab the heart center and bring it to the mind, and that's what's going on. It's like suddenly you've been given permission to go to the gates, and now here we are yelling at you like you didn't need permission, you didn't need it, or maybe you just needed it this one time. So welcome, you're at the gates. Now you don't need permission. You know you don't need permission. So don't F it up. Because you're feisty, you're furious, you're young, you feel immature, you don't know what to do with all this magic. You're a magician. God's on your side. People are flocking to you. This is turning the balance is zeroed out. It's recalibrated. You're like, what are you talking about? Spiritual or financial? There may just be a gift coming to you if you are ready to receive, even in this timing right now. Okay, even though you may have to take charge of some things and allow other things to fall to the wayside, the wheel of fortune. Okay, Taurus, moon in Taurus, the animal, the storm, the heart, sun in Virgo, 8 of disc, 3 of cups, Mercury in Cancer, and then the Princess of Wands, which is a lot of Leo. It goes from like childish to inner child, from immature to mature fun, from fiery, feisty, look at me, is anyone paying attention to me? I'm going to do the most just for attention, or whoa, I'm garnering attention. How do I process that? How is that a part of my business? How are others, no matter if they're haters or if they're trash talkers or if they have disorders, you may have to deal with that, right? Like us people in this spiritual department, in this religious zone, in this healer zone, shaman zone, we're like, oh crap, we have to deal with all sorts of people that are angry, people that are in love, people that are obsessed, people that are fixated, people that are all spiritual, people that are like at work and you run into them, and trigger points, right? Thank you for being here. I honor you. Let's see. Wow. Okay, let's see. Do we just want past, present, and future, and then the rest of your Celtic cross? Sorry, my allergies have been intense this equinox, as they were during last equinox. They always are in the spring, though. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for your time, your attention. Happy last quarter moon. Past, present, future. Based on this, past is our so many downloads. You've already connected, or you're wondering, wow, yes, okay, presently you are here. We just said this, you are in that Leo zone. Like, are you meeting yourself halfway? And are you is your conviction based on past occurrences, or have you moved away, right? This is the time now that you can move away from disorder. But that's the thing, is like at any moment, what you can drop the ball, you can overreact. It's fast, it's furious. Maybe even putting the phone down because you might say the wrong thing. Mars in Capricorn. Are you a builder? Are you a creator? Or are you attempting to discredit, cause chaos, disorder, right? Present moment. Look, we said present moment. I'm sorry. I meant present moment, you're getting the call to the gate, even though we told you you didn't need it, but maybe you just needed to hear it this one time. Eight of Cups, yes, walking away. So, upcoming look, victory. Wow, yes. Okay. But this means you have to do it differently, and you can't. Mars and Leo, we said that you can't do it the same way. Something about doing it the old way is self-sabotage, is unclear, no clarity, is disorganization, is chaos, is too fast, too furious. So maybe right now you're a bit worried because the time calls for more resting and meditating and honoring your vision, your planning, your singular sort of building the system, and you're wanting to like sort of like kill the dream, kill the vibe. And that's why Six of Wands is here, is like from your plan, from your vision. Are you talking differently? Are you now believing in yourself in a different way? Not believing that you're going to F this up, and not believing that you won't have the time, space for it, and that you won't receive divine support. And maybe right now it's all about being embellished and being in the ideal, in the ideal, going with the most ideal for you, and then managing, is it just too much for you to handle, or can we start somewhere, right? Wow, some of you are already way ahead anyway, and now the timing is like the storm, and there are people talking, right? You're like, yo, I mean, if you're anything like me, you made people upset. You're like, wait, don't forget to pay me. Look in your power. This is karmic justice. Either way, you have to let it be, right? Let it happen. And then around you, a lot of people still think about you, still thinking about you. You think about, where are other people going to go? I don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know where everyone is. It's sort of like, yesterday I was, oh my God, in one of the readings I was thinking about, like, as the chips may land, as the chips may fall, that's how they land. Karmic justice, card number 11. Libra, Capricorn. This is about work. This is about money. This is about how you produce in your loving nature. So addressing, some of you could be, so this is the thing, some of you could be getting money from a court, winning. Some of you could be getting money from after accepting your divine union, your union with divinity, co-creation, and dispel the disbelief. Start talking about yourself newly, as in you. Start being in love with yourself, right? We have so many reflective. We have 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups here, Sun in Scorpio. And we talked a lot about the fall, or those, before you get to the other, it's like knowing there will be help, knowing that right now you're being met with divine support, like God or the universe, the planets are supporting you. And it's not easy, because when the angelic realm steps in, it's not like that cute. It's not as cute as we think. It's not like being coddled. Like the angels are tired of us being coddled and comfortable in our old belief systems that we always need to be saved. And now it's like, no, you're going to meet yourself halfway. You're going to meet people halfway. You're going to show up differently, and it's going to be sort of irritating, and it's going to be a struggle, because you want it to be easy, you want it to be nice, and it will be eventually. Or maybe that's the turn. So there are a lot of like fears around you that you need to move away from, concerns. You're not actually being held back, and maybe a lot of it is like you're getting downloads that are meant to tell you to move in action, that you should trust your instincts. You should trust your intuition in this case. Wow. Eight of Swords, Mars and Gemini. No overthinking, no more overthinking. You fear overthinking, you fear overdoing it. This set up the limitations there. Don't trap yourself in indulging in the worry, the fear, right? No indulgence. Now you're free to roam, even if you're just in your studio, in your apartment, in your house, in your bedroom. Whoa. That dog's just going. It's going. Blue-eyed? Are you blue-eyed? I don't know why the blue eyes here. The heart, you're thinking about love. You're thinking about a lover. Look. The need right now to come to stability. You're at home, right? The outcome is stability, power. What's the outcome? Four of Pentacles is all over the place right now. A lot of people feeling insecure, maybe. So maybe being at home is what we all need a little bit of. We all need to be at home a little bit. Page of Wands. Eight of Cups. Okay. Wow. The Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles. So the choice to honor how you're showing up, to make good choices in the community, to make good choices for your business. With the Four of Cups and the King of Swords at the back here, or the Four of Pentacles, right? The need right now to acknowledge that if you're going to make this leap of faith, and it being a really good choice for you to start creating your own legacy, as in like your own side project, or working on your project more dutifully, like dedicated more to it, more to your passions. That's what's going to cause or roll out a liberated moment, and also liberate you from the troubles in the neighborhood. Maybe the change does mean you go more online and you are broadcast more. Your net is wider. Maybe what happened in the neighborhood was meant to propel you and push you to set up a better system, however that translates for you. It seems like the heart, the mind, the heart in the mind, the mind in the heart, that's like moving the healing in a broader. So dissolving the grassroots, the small, and going big, go bigger is what the planets say. Dream bigger, go bigger, work on it. It's small, from an egg to a copper. Aries, you love this. You really do. You want to go bigger. Okay. Wow, the Hierophant too is screaming. The firefly is like, you're tiny, but you're big. Your light is you're casting the net wider. Okay. Or this just brings you to a wider network, a wider fan base, a wider audience. Okay. Wow, I didn't intend this to be the longest message. Okay. Queen of Swords at the bottom. You've been doing it on your own already for quite a while, because you've been upset at people. Maybe thinking everyone is against you. Okay. Three of Wands. Now you see the plan. Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Something you can work on. King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, masculine. Very much in your hermit, but maintaining your emotions, bringing your emotions to stability. Maybe that was where what you needed to set up a system, more so to remove the walls built around your emotional state, and then working on that intelligence, sphere of intelligence in the heart, to access emotional flow, to allow the body to remove the disorder from the heart, and to remove blockages in the heart, and bringing the heart space to the mind. King of Cups, really accessing God and believing in God, and that you are working to come to a more emotionally flowing and not letting emotions cause rage, not allowing others to enrage you and then sabotaging the relationship, friendships, family, or partnerships. Okay, wait. It got really warm. The King of Cups is I reign over the realm of emotions, sophistication, composure, welcoming, control. The radiance tip is take stock of your emotions at the same time each day. Sit down in stillness and tune in to how you're feeling. Find one specific word to describe your overall state and write it down. Okay, King of Cups, we're working on you coming to a good state of emotions and mind, and then even choosing to be inspired by new emotional fields that run landscapes, that flow into landscapes. They're not just bursts of inspo and bursts of like, you're really good at doing a lot though. And this is part of your karma, to understand that you can build almost any business, almost make money if you really love it and you really want it and you set up the right systems, and you've probably proven that to yourself. And now working into higher elevated, you're growing bigger. Okay, it takes emotional vibrancy, emotional storm, emotional vibrancy, emotional intelligence, higher frequency. I honor you, your path. I send you all love, loving light. What a wonderful last quarter moon on our way to the eclipses. Changes in abundance for all. Allow wisdom to be the first sign of abundance. And then allow the world around you to move as much as you can with it. Take breaks and reel in the feeling, the belief, so that you actually have room to receive true funding and true, support from divine to practical. Okay, you've got this. You can do it. It's possible. Many possibilities. Okay, you can do it. All right. Ciao.